All of today's readings are excerpts from Kent Nerburn's book, Small Graces, The Quiet Gifts of Everyday Life. There are those who search for God in the quiet places. No churches, no public displays of piety, no dramatic or flamboyant rituals. They may be found standing in humble awe before a sunset, or weeping quietly at the beauty of a Bach concerto, or filled with an overflowing of pure love at the sight of an infant in the arms of its mother. You may meet them visiting the elderly, comforting the lonely, feeding the hungry, and caring for the sick. The greatest among them may give away what they own in the name of compassion and goodness, while never once uttering the word God out loud. Or they may do no more than offer a smile or a hand to someone in need, or quietly bow their heads at a moment of beauty that passes through their lives, and say a simple prayer of gratitude to the Spirit that has created us all. They are the lovers of the quiet God, the believers in the small graces of ordinary life. Far in the distance, a faint glow paints the horizon. Dawn is coming, gently and full of prayer. This is the quiet time, the time of innocence and soft thoughts, the childhood of the day. Now is the moment when I must pause and lift my heart. Now, before the day fragments and my consciousness shatters into 1,000 pieces. For this is the moment when the senses are most alive, when a thought, a touch, a piece of music can shape the spirit and color the day. But if I am not careful, if I rise frantic from my bed, full of concerns that are small, the mystical flow of the imagination at rest will be broken. The past and my future will rush in to claim my mind, and I will be swept up into life's petty details and myriad obligations. Gone will be the openness that comes only to the waking herd, and with it, the chance to focus the spirit and consecrate the day. All the great spiritual traditions have known this. The Christian monastics remain silent until their first chant of morning praise. Muslims begin their day with petitions of humility and thanks. The Dakota Indians learned as children to walk in silence to a lake or stream, splash water on their faces, then offer up a prayer toward the sun. Our lives may not allow such exalted devotions, but something precious is lost if we rush headlong into the details of life without pausing for a moment to pay homage to the mystery of life and the gift of another day. It need not be much. A prayer whispered quietly, a gentle touching of a plant or flower, a momentary gaze upon a sleeping child, a second stillness in the presence of the light. Any of these will do. What is needed is only a pausing of the heart, so the spirit can take wing and be lifted toward the infinite. It is good to listen to the silence that surrounds each day. In the same way that music is made alive by the silence that surrounds the notes, a day comes alive by the silence that surrounds our actions. I once met a man who was raised on the Canadian prairies. We got to talking about the open space and how it had shaped his spirit. When the wind stops, he said, it is so loud that everyone pauses to listen. The thought intrigued me. How could the end of a sound be loud? But when I traveled to those prairies, I began to understand. For the people in the great prairies, the sound they hear, the music that underlies their lives, is the constant and ever-present howl of the wind. To them, it is no sound at all. When it is removed, the silence takes a different shape, and all are aware of it. All pause to hear. We need to pay heed to the many silences in our lives. An empty room is alive with a different silence than a room where someone is hiding. The silence of a happy house echoes less darkly than the silence of a house of brooding anger. The silence of a winter morning is sharper than the silence of a summer dawn. The silence of a mountain pass is larger than the silence of a forest glen. Though all are the absence of sound, each silence has a character of its own. No meditation better clears the mind than to listen to the shape of the silence that surrounds us. It focuses us on the thin line between what is there and what is not there. It opens our heart to the unseen and reminds us that the world is larger than the events that fill our days.
Give peace to every heart. Give peace to every heart. Give peace, Lord. Give peace, Lord. Da pacem cordium. Da pacem cordium, da pacem, da pacem. Give peace to every heart, give peace to every heart, give peace. Pacem
We dream our lives in grand gestures, but we live our lives in small moments. From our first rising at the dawn to our last conscious thoughts at night, our lives are spent in tasks that absorb our attention and keep us from contemplating the great issues that lie at the heart of life. Why are we here? What is love? Does God exist? What lies behind the veil of death? These are the questions that make us human, but their answers, and even their contemplation, seem far beyond the ordinary realms in which we live our days. We want to live spiritual lives. We know at heart that we are spiritual beings, but our lives are small, our concerns immediate. The days we live seem to conspire against our spiritual selves. We look longingly to those who shine great light into this world, Mother Teresa, Gandhi, Martin Luther King, and our lives and accomplishments seem paltry in comparison. We dream of the touch on our shoulder that will call us to greatness, to an act that would change the world. But the touches on our shoulder call us only to the small acts of everyday life, changing diapers, changing light bulbs, changing schedules. Far from being exalted beings, we seem to be prisoners of the ordinary, and we are haunted by the insignificance of our days. We must learn to see with other eyes. The world contains many paths, some exalted, some mundane. It is not our task to judge the worthiness of our path. It is our task to walk our path with worthiness. We have been blinded by the bright light of heroes and saints. We must learn to trust the small light we are given, and to value the light that we can shed into the lives of those around us. We must never forget that the mindful practice of daily affairs is also a path into the realm of the spirit. The Japanese have long known this, and hallowed the ordinary moments of life by elevating them into art. The Native Americans have also understood this, and consecrated everyday actions by surrounding them with ceremony and prayer. But ours is a transient life, lived on the run, with an endless sense of process, of movement, of chasing the future. We seldom pause to shine a light upon the ordinary moments, to hallow them with our own attentiveness, to honor them with gentle caring. They pass unnoticed, lost in the ongoing rush of time. Yet it is just such a hallowing that our lives require. We need to find ways to lift the moments of our daily lives, to celebrate and consecrate the ordinary, to allow the light of spiritual awareness to illuminate our days. For though we may not live a holy life, we live in a world alive with holy moments. We need only take the time to bring these moments into the light.
Alleluia. Come and fill our hearts with your peace. You alone, O Lord, are holy. Come and fill our hearts with your peace. Alleluia. Come and fill our hearts with your peace. You alone, O Lord, are holy. Come and fill our hearts with your peace. Alleluia. Come and fill our hearts with your peace. You alone, O Lord, are holy. Come and fill our hearts with your peace. Alleluia. Come and fill our hearts with your peace. You alone, O Lord, are holy. Come and fill our hearts with your peace. Alleluia. Come and fill our hearts with your peace. You alone, O Lord, are holy. Come and fill our hearts with your peace. Alleluia. Come and fill our hearts with your peace. You alone, O Lord, are holy. Come and fill our hearts with your peace. Alleluia.
Night is closing in. I have walked a quiet path today. I have done no great good, no great harm. I might have wished for more, some dramatic occurrence, something memorable, but there was no more. This was the day I was given, and I have tried to meet it with a humble heart. How little it seems. We seek perfection in our days, always wanting more for ourselves and for our lives, and striving for goals unattainable. We live between the vast infinities of past and future in the thin shaft of life we call today. And yet today is never enough. Where does it come from, this strange, unquenchable human urge for more that is both our blessing and our curse? It has caused us to lift our eyes to the heavens and thread together pieces of the universe until we can glimpse a shadow of the divine creation. Yet to gain this knowledge, we have sometimes lost the mystery of a cloud, the beauty of a garden, the joy of a single step. We must learn to value the small as well as the great. In the book of Micah, the prophet says, "And what does the Lord require of you but to do justice, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God?" Confucius told his followers, "Bring peace to the old, have trust in your friends, and cherish the young." Do we really need much more than this? To honor the dawn, to visit a garden, to talk to a friend, to contemplate a cloud, to cherish a meal, to bow our heads before the mystery of the day. Are these not enough? The world we shape is the world we touch, with our words, our actions, our dreams. If we should be so lucky as to touch the lives of many, so be it. But if our lot is no more than the setting of a table or the tending of a garden, or showing a child a path in a wood, our lives are no less worthy. To do justice, to love mercy, to walk humbly with our God, to bring peace to the old, to have trust in our friends, to cherish the young. Sometimes it seems we ask too much. Sometimes we forget that the small graces are enough. Please join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Creator, God in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.